Here we go. Yeah, so I'm going to make a start because I think there are quite a lot of us in the now.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, hello, welcome.
Hello, it's Judy, Claire's team.
Hello, Judy. Welcome to the training.
I've actually got it right.
What I've just asked everyone to do, if it's all right, is to mute themselves. That would be great if you don't mind.
And where is that?
In the top corner of your picture, there should be 3 dots, and that's how you mute yourself.
Top left one?
Yeah, that's all right. I can do it for you, actually. There we go. There we go. That's just, I hope, got everyone to mute. Yeah, if you could just stay muted, that would be amazing. Karen, welcome. We're just about to start. So, yeah, so it's Organic September, and that is a real focus on organic that the Soil Association have. And the Soil Association are our organic certification body. And, you know, I'm just very aware that we don't really home in on details about Soil Association very much. So I just want to expand a bit of that to begin with, and then talk about some of the products that we've got that we can easily turn into a celebrate organic, tell our customers a bit about organic, and then have a facial together kind of event. Okay, so without further ado, just wanted to home in on this image. So it's the one that I used for the advertising of tonight's training. And what I'm going to do is pass round the social media tiles that I've got from Soil Association after the training. So you'll be able to see them on my team Facebook page. But actually, if you also go to the Soil Association website, the address for which I've got at the end of the training, you'll be able to download the social media tiles for yourself. So either way, should be nice and easy to get hold of the images. And thank you whoever's sorting out sound there for people, that'd be great. So Soil Association have, for the whole of September, got a celebration of organic, and then the week of the 7th to the 13th of September is Organic Beauty Week. So that's really homing in on probably our best niche of organic certification focus, because obviously the Soil Association are certifying brands that sell cotton clothing and you know, just all sorts of products that are not just skincare. So I hope already that's whet your appetite for you to go and have a look round the Soil Association website and make some choices yourself for organic this September that perhaps you haven't made previously, because the obvious step from moving from organic skincare is to then make organic choices in some other ways as well. So go and have a look and see who else they certify. So week to the 7th to the 13th, of the 7th to the 13th, as I said, is our key focus. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on what the Soil Association are basing their promotion this year on in Organic September. And I thought this was a really interesting diagram. I'm actually just going to reduce the images that I've got of you guys in the top corner just so I can see this properly. Have a look at this graph. Look, 2010, 27.7 million pounds were of organic and natural health and beauty products in the UK. And then in the last 9 years, 10 years, up to 2019, look at that, 400% increase there, from 27.7 to 106.4 million pounds worth of organic products. So actually what that's showing is a real consumer interest that's really taken off in the last decade in wanting certified organic and natural health and beauty products. So organic matters from a consumer perspective. Let me just give you another bit of background information. This here is some kind of market trends post COVID-19. So this is kind of homing in on what people are wanting as a result of coming out of what we've been going through in the last 6 months. And look at this, just, you know, a real focus on what is happening to our world and the environment. There's a bit of a focus there at the beginning. On the left, you can see about waste-free claims. So actually, responsibility and sustainability in our production processes, and people really wanting to understand truly ethical brands. So the little green box at the bottom there, mistrust is fueled by misunderstanding. So actually what we've been getting is what's called greenwashing. So actually a mistrust of clean and green labels, because when people have scrutinized the backstories behind brands, actually it's caused them to raise questions on just how ethical those brands are. And you know, just actually saying, no, come on, we want to know the full backstory behind the products that we're purchasing and the impact that they're making on the environment. But actually, what we've also got here is the ways that brands are approaching consumers in terms of their marketing tactics. So actually, that people are not willing to just take on face value what they read. They really want clean beauty that they can research for themselves and see brands that are really transparent in the process of what they're doing with their product production, but also their treatment of people, their impact on the environment, their ethical standards. And there you can see currently, you know, just what coming out of COVID, apparently, according to Mintel, which is a global market research organization, 61% of consumers are wanting to buy from ethical brands. So when we say ethical, that is with a clarity and a consistency of integrity in all of the backstory of a company. And what I love about this is that many brands coming out of COVID-19 are going to be thinking, as a result of these trends from consumers, oh my goodness, we're going to have to tighten our bootstraps and we're going to have to sort out some of our processes. And for Neal Jard Remedies, actually, they carry on exactly as they were. Because as you'll see, as we celebrate some of our products, what we've as a company been doing for, well, next year it'll be 40 years, is providing holistic, organic, natural products with proven efficacy. They are effective, and we've got clinical and consumer trials to prove that, and with an ethical background story that is transparent and celebrates the provenance stories behind what we've got. So when I look at this market trends post COVID-19, oh my goodness me, Neal Jard Remedies completely fits the ticket. And digitalization, this is another thing, market trends, consumers are wanting impact and messaging through social media, through digitalization. And I think that what we bring in NYR Organic is a personal touch to that digitalization. If you've watched my workshop from conference, those of you who saw the snippet of it, I'm really excited by the potential of this year for us in terms of connecting with people through Zoom, through other social media events, because we bring a personal connection to that digitalization of the digital era. Online is the new way, and if we can keep personal connection in that as well, then we really are you know, meeting people in the way that they need. So actually what we've got here is changing times, and for the Soil Association, in Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Week, they're wanting to present holistic well-being in a way that is a digital-led experience, hence all of the beautiful imaging that I'll be able to share with you for us to be promoting our products. but they also want to really promote the natural elements of the brands that they certify, and also the sustainability and ethical background behind those brands. So organic isn't just about the ingredients, it's about a whole backstory of purity. And as you can see there, within the whole of Soil Association's Organic September, the Beauty and Wellbeing Week fits in the middle of messages about food and drink and textiles, and I love that phrase, and showing how together with nature we can restore our world. So it's about the well-being of the world and the recovery of the planet. You know, there's been a lot of talk, hasn't there, during lockdown of how the world has begun to recover, and people are really interested in how this can be developed for future, not just about staying away to keep ourselves safe from COVID-19, but also just recovery for the world going forward. So what exactly is the Soil Association certification about? And I've just got a few slides here that I've created, taking some of the information from the Soil Association website, so you can see a bit about what this brand, this charity is about. As you can see there, back in 2002, the Soil Association decided that actually there needed to be some organic certification and some standards for the cosmetic industry. And actually the Soil Association certification is renowned to be of the highest standard that you can have in organic certification. And so actually what they did was, with cosmetic brands that wanted to go for organic certification, the Soil Association went through the whole process, the manufacturing process, right from farming and sourcing of ingredients through the formulation procedures, how ingredients are created, as well as the packaging. And to get organic certification is of a very high accolade, and there are many brands that wouldn't meet the Soil Association's criteria. So one of the things you'll see on their website is their strapline is "Look for the logo." So you cannot know that a brand is certified organic to the highest standards of certification unless it's got the Soil Association logo on the product. Okay, so the backstory of how that's done, I just think this is incredible. Even the details in how companies use their energy, how they use water, what is their process for waste management, just completely everything, even their marketing messages, so that they know consumers are getting clarity in what that brand is about. Then, only then, does the Soil Association give their stamp of approval. And actually that's not a one-off achievement. That is something that is reviewed annually to make sure that that brand is sustaining the standards that have earned them their certification. So it really is something to be proud of. And then what you'll see on some of our products, and certainly on the website, in terms of additional certification messaging, is this word cosmos. So what's that about? So actually, just within the last few years, Soil Association worked with other organisations within Europe to develop sort of basically more harmonisation in standards across Europe. And so Cosmos stands for Cosmetic Organic Standard. So Cosmos and Soil Association linking a UK-based certification with a European certification. And as it says there on the screen, the certifying bodies in Germany, France and Italy, which EcoCert is probably the one people may have come across. That's a French certification. So Cosmos just kind of brings everybody together under an umbrella standard where they've all agreed certification. So that Soil Association logo there, Soil Association Organic or Cosmos Organic, is the logo to look for on products. And actually, you won't find that certification even on some of our Neal's Yard Remedies products, because actually to earn the right to have the logo on the product, there has to be a high percentage of organic ingredients in that product. So actually, you know, many of our ingredients are certified as organic, but the product itself might not be entirely certified as an organic product if the certified ingredients within it are not high enough to make that logo mark. So what you can be assured of is the natural element of the ingredients in our products, because Soil Association won't offer that organic certification to brands that use synthetic ingredients. So being a certified brand by the Soil Association is in itself certification that we use natural and, wherever possible, organic ingredients. So actually, what does it mean in terms of what they won't allow? So actually, I love the idea, we're talking about Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Week. Actually, it just means that we don't have any ugly compromises. So they say no to any animal testings, any genetically modified ingredients, no to controversial chemicals. There's been a lot of information in the press in recent years about pesticides, and particularly neonicotinoids. Soil Association certification would absolutely forbid the use of those. No parabens and phthalates, which are synthetic ingredients that are used regularly within the cosmetics industry and have suspected or some proof of negative impact. And then there are no synthetic colours, dyes or fragrances, because as we know, perfume or parfum, as it's often listed in ingredients, is just a blend of synthetic chemicals. So there's the website that you need to look up. You can take a screenshot of that if you want to, but if you go to soilassociation.org and then /organic-living and then /beauty-wellbeing, loads of information is on there, and some of the information that I've just given you will give you some, you'll recognize it. There's lots more on the website. Okay, so what are the Soil Association doing over Organic Beauty and Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Week? So as I said, their main process is going to be digital, and what they're wanting is to give the message that actually small swaps make a big difference over time. So choosing organic, and I think, you know, as I said at the beginning, let's be challenged by that for ourselves. I certainly, in researching Organic Beauty Week and preparing tonight's training, just thought, actually, I want to engage more effectively in the area of cleaning products. So for me, it's going to be products that I use to wash my clothes. I want to just detox on some of the things that are in the house that are not natural in terms of cleaning items. And actually, I'd really like to just explore the other brands that Soil Association certify for other areas of life, because I didn't feel up to date with the brands that they are certifying. So I do encourage you to have a look and see what small swap is going to make a big difference for you in your world. So we've got a couple of social media hashtags there. One Small Swap, really encourage you to use that in your use of social media, especially Instagram and Twitter. Hashtag Organic September. And then there's Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Week, OBWW. Some key messages there. and encouraging people to look for the logo in the products that they're purchasing. Okay, so that was a bit of background on our lovely soil association, and then what I've done here is pulled together the Organic Beauty Week with our sample sachets that have been released. And I'm very aware that these sachets wander in and out of availability at the moment. I'm hoping that you will have been able to pick them up. But to be honest, the ingredients that are in these sachets form the basis of, many of them are key ingredients in our range. So whether you go for the refresh and replenish collection and you want to do your facial with your customers with that collection, or you go for the smooth and lift, what I've got now is some product information on all of the sachets that are involved in that, in those two bundles. And if you actually just need to be creating your own facial, then many of these products are in the starter kit. I mean, the frankincense cleanser, many of you've got Wild Rose Beauty Balm, you can see the sachet there, and you could research your own organic elements of the products that you've got to do your facials. But I've chosen these sample packs because I think 100 sample sachets in total for either just under £15 or just under £20 is amazing, because what you've got there is 5 sachets. You've got 20 of each of the products, and that means you've got more than enough for 2 or 3 facial zooms from one pack. And really up to you on which price point you go for. You can have a look at the list there of the products that go into both packs and just see, maybe you're going to offer your customers a choice on whether they would like to go for the slightly higher price point products, or whether they would prefer the more the cheaper options. And maybe for you there's a price consideration in which pack you buy and you just want to go for one pack. It's up to you. So basically the poster, which I will share with you guys, if you haven't seen it already, I'll put that on the team Facebook page. What you've got within the sachets is the chance for a cleanse, a polish, if you're going to use the one that's got the rose facial polish in, a treatment either for eye or a serum, a moisturizer, and then the Wild Rose Beauty Balm to nourish. So I'm just going to go back one slide and you can see how you've got cleanse, treat, moisturize, or cleanse, polish, treat, moisturize within those 2 ranges. And you can see both sets have got Wild Rose Beauty Balm as an extra mask in there. So let's just have a look at the context of these products within the context of Organic Beauty Week. So here we first of all have got, as one of the 2 cleansers, the frankincense refining cleanser. This is I think still my favorite cleanser. I do love the cleansing melt and I love what it does to my skin. The frankincense refining cleanser is my go-to in the shower cleanser, and I love the fact that it comes with a muslin cloth. And as you can see, the oils that are in this frankincense cleanser, the nourishing oils of castor seed, coconut, cocoa seed butter and baobab seed oil, are all certified organic. So what I've done here is I've lifted the organic ingredients out of the ingredients list. So if, for instance, you have got a calendula cleanser, and that's the one you're going to use for your Organic Beauty Week facial, all you need to do is go to your replicated website, have a look for the calendula cleanser and have a look in the ingredients, and you'll see that at the bottom of the list of ingredients where there's an asterisk, it says organically produced ingredient. So any ingredient in a list of ingredients that's got an asterisk next to it, you know that is certified organic by the Soil Association. So this cleanser, I would be celebrating in a facial for its not just its cleansing properties, but its nourishing, moisturizing ingredients, because you've also got aloe vera leaf juice powder there. So just packed with ingredients that are going to nourish and replenish the skin. And then the essential oils of mandarin and bergamot, you can see, are also certified organic there. So Karen, you're asking about the sample packs and when they're available. To be honest, at the moment, the sample packs are, as I said, going in and out of availability, but we should have a much steadier stock of them in the next few weeks. But the reason I went ahead with it is I know some of you snapped them up when they came out and have been available over the last few weeks. But also they, as I say, are products that are in many people's kits anyway. Okay, so actually you have a choice within the two kits of the Frankincense Refining Cleanser or the Frankincense Intense Cleansing Melt. And as I said, this is an amazing textured product. You actually apply it to dry skin. If you haven't tried it, you know, worth buying those sample sachets just so you've got your pack of cleansing melts. Where's mine? You can see I've already broken into mine already. It really is a beautiful product, and you apply it to your skin almost like a gel, and then it goes to an oil as soon as it hits your skin. And then with just your fingertips in water, it goes to a lovely milky, creamy texture. And leaves your skin feeling absolutely incredible. Michelle, I agree with you. I love the melt. It will take off waterproof makeup. It's amazing. And look at that, 95% organic. So rather than list all the ingredients in this one, I've gone for the percentage organic because it is 100% natural and 95% organic certified ingredients. So it's a good one for the perfect celebration of Organic Beauty Week. So whichever cleanser you prefer, either the Frankincense Refining Cleanser or the Frankincense Intense Cleansing Melt, that's where your customers are going to start. Word to the wise here, I was chatting to Lucy Beckford in the week, and she'd done a facial Zoom with some of her customers, and she said that if you are a glasses wearer, you just need to think about whether you're going to take your glasses off and go for a full facial, or whether you're going to tell your customers, I'm actually just going to do a facial on my cheeks or the back of my hand, because she realized that as she went for it with the products, really looking forward to her facial, she actually couldn't see her notes. She couldn't, you know, see people on the screen, read her slides, whatever. And it's just worth considering if you're a glasses wearer who doesn't cope if your glasses come off. Just think about where these products are going. Okay, so then within the two packs, you've got the choice of the white tea toning eye gel in one pack, and then you've got the serum, which I'll come on to in a minute. But this is amazing product for people who get tired eyes, stingy eyes, you know, feel a bit sore. Again, 100% the ingredients from natural origin, and it has 6% of the ingredients are organic. So the aloe vera leaf juice powder and the eye bright extract are the organic ingredients. This is a really good one to have from the fridge, actually. It's a really lovely product for cooling your eyes down. And then in the other pack, I would go for the second pack, the more expensive, if price is not prohibitive. But this serum, the Restore and Smooth Serum, can be a bit of an undersold product in our range. And actually, I lent my tester to a friend of mine, and she has since started using this because she has incredibly sensitive skin, and she's found actually it really does take down redness in her skin and just sensitivity and irritability. So if you know somebody who suffers in that way, then I think the samples would be quite useful for them. And if you've got a tester or some samples that you could give them, just a couple to use over a few days, I think that's the best way to try it. And as you can see here, look at that, 93% organic in the ingredients. So really high proportion. And you can just the information that I've written here has all come from the replicated website. All I've done is just lift it off there so you can see it as we're going. But again, if you've got a different one, a different product, then you obviously can go and find the information that you need to. Just what I would recommend is that you find some that are high in their organic content. Just reading the chat a bit here. Yeah, Michelle just made a joke of having to put your glasses back on. Yep, totally fine. That's good. So Jane, good question. Why is the white tea gel only got 6% organic products? So let's just go back to that product. Basically because what Neal's Yard Remedies are doing all the time is trying to source ingredients that are natural, obviously, that then they can source organically. So everything in it is natural, as it says there, but it just means that the particular ingredients to create this product, they've only been able to find organic ingredients for the aloe vera leaf juice powder and the eyebright extract. And to be honest, our organic ingredients are being added to all the time. Until only a few years ago, for example, our frankincense was not certified as organic because it came, although it was grown completely wild in Africa, the certification wasn't possible, whereas the frankincense that we now have from Oman is the first certified organic frankincense from Oman. So obviously we were able to start including that in our products. Okay, so is the serum good for rosacea? Well, certainly it's very good for redness. I don't know whether it's good for rosacea. I think because I don't have any story to give to that, but I do know that it's a very soothing and gentle product, this. And rosacea is a bit of a funny one. It's a bit like eczema in that some products work for some people and work differently for other people. So I would say this is where the sample sachets come into their own. We can actually buy the sample sachets of this separately from the packs. That's the other thing to say, of course, is that many of them come as individual packs. So if you just need a few to supplement what you've already got, then that's good too. So I would say give whoever's got rosacea the chance to try it and see whether it works for them. Yeah, some great messages in the chat. So thank you guys, keep those coming. So in terms of the moisturizers, one set has got my personal favorite, the Frankincense Intense Lift Cream. What this has got is the organic frankincense from Oman that I was telling you about. And actually this, apologies for the slide being really word heavy, but I just wanted you to have the chance to read about the organic frankincense, because I think this particular ingredient really celebrates the background story of sustainability and provenance story, just the way that the ingredients are harvested using traditional tools and then are hand sorted and distilled. It's just a lovely story that celebrates the centuries of use of frankincense in Oman. So there's a lot more about that. If you look up the Frankincense Intense Lift Cream, there's loads on the website. And this particular product, not by no means least the ingredients of the frankincense in there, and the various, I think it's got 3 frankincense in it, is 79% organic, as it says there on the slide, which is great. But actually using, you know, the story of the frankincense byproduct there, the active phytocomplex, that has become, as it says there, our age well secret ingredient. And what happened was, actually in the distillation of the frankincense to find the essential oil from it, the residue that was left behind was water, basically, with frankincense in it. And actually somebody came up with a great idea to look at the properties of that liquid, a brown liquid, and did some research in a university in Italy, and actually just discovered its incredible antioxidant and collagen protecting properties of this complex. So actually just what was a waste product before has become part of the cream with additional benefits. That's got to be a very high standard of sustainability. So going back to what I was saying about customers wanting sustainable and ethical and people-based stories behind their brands. They want to know, where has this come from and what's it about? This is a beautiful one to celebrate. And as Hazel said in the chat, there is a gorgeous video with our frankincense provenance story. Hazel, if you wouldn't mind, we could post that again afresh in our team page. It'd be lovely if you wouldn't mind just putting that in there. And actually, for those of you who are relatively new, guys, I hope you found the videos on YouTube. If you just search Neil Judd Remedies, those of you who are in my have subscribed to my team YouTube channel, you'll see that the link recommendation is the Neil Judd Remedies channel, and the frankincense video is on there. I think it's also on our website. So the other moisturizer that you can go for in the other pack, so either the Lift Cream is, or this one, is the Sensitive Soothing Moisturizer. And as you can see there, 93% organic, beautiful, light and gentle moisturizer. So, you know, for anybody with sensitive skin, this is beautiful and has ingredients to just kind of reassure the skin. So this would be, again, a nice one to try with the sample sachets, because it's not one that you would necessarily have as part of your testers in your kit, but we can buy the samples of this. So the same as the color of the tube, this one is the navy blue and sort of beige color that you will have seen, I'm sure, on the page in the catalogue. Okay, and then obviously we've got the rose facial polish. So actually this is, if you're doing the facial process, then there would be a cleanser, then this polish, and then the treatment with the serum or the eye gel, and then the moisturizer. So this polish comes in both sets and is our kind of middle ground facial exfoliator. So you've got, on the more gritty side of facial polishes, you've got the honey and orange facial scrub, and then a more gentle version for oily skin is the Palmarosa facial scrub. So this is a really good introductory product for people who are fairly new to exfoliators. So 84% organic in the list of ingredients, and of course, just, you know, microbead free. We've never used plastics when it comes to sustainability and ethical business practice. Neil Judd Remedies have been doing this for years. and as well as being organic, you've got all the other benefits of that you've got in many of our products of antioxidant protection and just beautiful nourishing and moisturizing ingredients. And then last and certainly not least is our beautiful Wild Rose Beauty Balm. And even the sachets are beautiful, aren't they? I just love the fact that they've carried the design on into the sachets. And this one is perhaps in your facial routine, once you've cleansed and polished and then used a treatment and then moisturized. This one could be used as a hand massage product with a little bit used for lips, maybe for calming frizzy hair. It could be applied to feet for a nourishing treat. I would suggest that it's not just added to the top of the moisturizer because it is a balm. The other possible way to use this would be to insert it into the process as a mask. So then you would cleanse and polish and then either use the serum as a treatment for the face or the Wild Rose Beauty Balm as a treatment, because you can use it as a deep, nourishing mask. Actually, you could use it as a mask before the serum if you're really going to go to town, so that you apply it and then take it off and then apply the serum and the moisturizer. So you can see, the process: cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize. It's up to you depending on which products you've got. But this one is a lovely one to celebrate in Organic Beauty Week, because it is our iconic product and it is made with 99% organic ingredients, which is incredible. So a beautiful way to, I think, to end the process. And then this is one of the other beautiful images that they've come up with for this particular week. And I love this one because it's calendula, which is, obviously one of the ingredients that we use a lot of in Neal Shod Remedies. But I'll share with you all of the slides that are available. And what I'd love to do now is just to ask you guys what you, if you've got any questions about the process that we've gone through, anything about organic, or whether if you've got tips that other people would find helpful, then please just unmute yourself and make comment. That'd be great before we finish. I'll have a look at the chat whilst you're thinking of any questions or got any comments to make.
Yes, I use,
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, explaining percentages of organic, one of the examples I use is like the bath salts.
Yes.
So the essential oil is organic, but because you've got the salt in it, it really brings the percentage down. So it's just a bit more visual.
That's really helpful comparison. So just to expand on what Cindy's just said, the Soil Association certification can obviously only certify what is grown in the soil. Clues in the title of the charity. And salt in the bath salts is a good example because it isn't grown, it's only processed. So our salt, our mineral salt in our bath salts, is processed without any chemical wash. It's processed completely naturally, but the salt is obviously the most dominant ingredient in the product. And if that can't be certified as organic, that's going to reduce the percentage organic in the ingredients to a very low level. I think actually the lavender bath salts is something like 3% organic, because the only bit of it that is organic certified is the lavender essential oil. So I'm sure the percentages will be same on the other bath salts. The other ingredients that can't be certified as organic because they're not grown in the soil would be water and clay. Those are two good examples. And so in answer to somebody's question in the chat just then, what stops Wild Rose Beauty Balm from being 100% organic? It'll be something like that, that either can't be certified because it isn't grown in the soil, or it's an ingredient for which they haven't yet found an organic source. And don't forget, it's not just about organic. Remember, not just about the purity of the ingredient. If you go back to what I was saying at the beginning about the strict standards of the Soil Association, it's about where exactly that product is, that ingredient is grown, how it's grown, what's the process of all the companies or the farmers or the producers, or all of the ethical and sustainable standards are taken into consideration before an ingredient can be considered certified. So it's about the highest standards, which is why, and lavender is a good example, we actually have 2 lavender essential oils you may have seen in our catalogue, one of which is certified organic and one of them isn't. So, you know, natural lavender, all processed naturally, but if you want the organic one, then you've got that option too. Any other questions? Thanks for that, Cindy, that's really helpful. Karen, I was just wondering which cream you were referring to, your special soothing cream that your daughter calls it. Do you mind unmuting and telling us which one it was? You said you had terribly sore skin between your fingers and it's all gone. Are you there? See if it's Karen Parker who just put something in the chat. So guys, do you feel happy about the process of doing a facial with your customers, as you know, talking a bit about organic, and then do you know the process? You happy with the process for cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize? Give me a nod or a thumbs up if you are. Shake your head if you're not. I'm looking at this whole screen of people now. Yeah, good. I'm seeing some thumbs up. Good. If in doubt, please do speak to the person who you joined under or the leader above you. Don't let a slight hesitation in process be the issue. Obviously, because of the turnaround with conference into tonight, it was too much to ask you guys to gather products together, and it gets really confusing if you're writing down information and your products are different from the ones I'm doing and all the rest of it. So I just thought we'd simplify tonight and just get the information down. Now, I'd love to know into the chat, because there are so many of you, what has inspired you about the Soil Association tonight? Have a look back through your notes and just think, right, I want my customers to know that. Oh, the Cosmos. Yeah, thanks, Cindy. Cosmetic organic standards, yes. Yeah, lovely, Ruth. I agree. The images are beautiful this year, really complement the messaging. Cosmos, yes. That it also ensure it's cruelty-free, yes. Yeah, I like that, Michelle, too. I don't concentrate on our organic certification. And I think it's really important, actually, that we do from time to time, because there are going to be lots of competitors out there. There are lots of natural brands, and there's also an awful lot of greenwashing. So if you take the higher standards and you say, look for the logo, for consumer confidence, it actually makes a really big difference to be Soil Association certified. Really important. Okay. Bryony, do you want to unmute? What do you mean you can't find the images? Do you mean on the Soil Association website?
Yeah, so I've been on there as you were going through the slides, just because I'm on Zoom on my phone and it's quite small.
Yeah.
But I can't find where there's lots of images. I'm obviously not finding the right bit.
Okay, that's fine. What I'll do is I'll just post the link to where the toolkit is. There's a whole toolkit. Organic
Perfect.
Week.
Yeah, it might just be because I can't download the Dropbox, so I'll just have to work out how to do that. It's probably that then.
I think it probably is, because it did take you to Dropbox when I did it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Reese just confirmed that. All right, I will.
Okay,
keep trying.
thanks. Yeah, the small swap, one small swap, big difference. I love that. That's a really nice. It feels like it makes the stepping stones of choice just individual stepping stones. It's not saying you're either organic or you're not. It's saying, actually, this September, what choice would you like to make towards organic? And for some of you guys, I'm just looking out on the sea of faces, some of you haven't been consultants very long, and maybe your organic September is actually this one skincare product. I can remember a few months into being a consultant thinking, right, the next thing is shower gel, because my starter kit didn't have shower gel in it. And I'd done facial products and changed over with that. And I'd done hand wash because that was in my kit. And my small difference, my small swap for a big difference, was shower gel. So what's yours from our range, so that we continue to be products of our product? Maybe just consider which element of your products that Neal's Yard Remedies can help with, you're going to change. Jane, yes, I like your comment there about soil association being closely connected with food. It's really interesting, isn't it? And it's a helpful comparison to make with our customers, that actually we've, as consumers, got really used to demanding clarity on our food products. So actually, labeling has become really important. And when we had that scandal about the horse meat a few years ago, people were incensed that there was stuff in our products that we didn't have intelligence about, that we weren't informed about. And yet, to be honest, in skincare, that happens all the time. So this is part of the transition, I think, as consumers. And I think Soil Association really started to pioneer that when they took on the cosmetics industry in 2002. Eau de Parfum swap. Yeah, really good, really important. Shampoo, Helen's going for. Yay, Helen, I've converted you. Small swap, big difference. Love it. Yeah, and as Ruth has said there, actually people's association with what goes on your skin and what, they would eat organic, they'd eat natural, they like pesticide free fruit and vegetables, but actually potentially haven't made the connection with the synthetic ingredients on our skin. Really helpful just to have an open discussion on that. And I think the best way to engage people's contact is to keep it as an open discussion and just ask people, how, is this a correlation you've made before? How do you find it? And if you've got someone in the group who can lead the way on that, let them do it. Otherwise it can have a tendency to be a bit soapboxy. I think telling people your own story of changes, and in the same way as I've just said about the conversation that I've had in my own head as I've prepared for this, tell them that, because then you're on a journey and that enables them to be on a journey too. And it's one change, one step at a time, isn't it? Let's have a look. The other percentage of people who think the word organic is Tishtar's real meaning and makes it relevant. Yeah, absolutely, Rebecca, I agree. Bryony, picking up on the thing about recycling used pots. Yeah, when there were only a handful of shops, Neal's Yard Remedies shops, you used to be able to take the pots back to the shops. But actually what we have to consider now in terms of recycling is carbon footprint to get them to places. So actually, it's actually more sustainable for us to recycle them close to home than return them to the company. I've actually found a glass artist near me who takes on all my spare pots and bottles now. I started collecting them to start with for sprigs of lavender and tea lights and stuff, but after 11 years, there's only a certain number of blue glass that you can deal with. And when Mike and I got married a couple of years ago, he was quite worried that our wedding reception was going to be some kind of Neil Shadramti's Blue Glass love fest. So, you know, that's reflective of how much we get through in this house now. But I would say just find someone close by, and worst case scenario, they can go in your recycling bins. I know that feels criminal on one level, but that's why I found a glass artist. I love the idea of using them as plant toppers in the garden, Lorraine. That must look really beautiful. I think that's just extended my use of blue glass out of my house and into my garden. So thanks for that. Yeah, glass workers and blacksmiths. That's nice, Cindy. Really not nice. And the large pots are also lovely for yes gifts, which are the perfect reason, I think, for using rose body cream. Because that comes in a beautiful glass pot. So Rachel's asking, what's a yes gift? So those are business tools, Rachel, that we have for people who say, yes, please, I would like to host an event, or I'd like to chat to you about joining. So we could chat about that offline if you like, or ping Rachel a message and sorry, Joe a message, and see get some answers to that. Have a look for them in yes please gifts, they're called, in the ordering system. Okay, any other questions coming up? I'm just reading the ones in the chat now. Anything else anyone's got to ask or say? So guys, here's your challenge. Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Week, 7th to the 13th. Just get a date in where you're going to chat about organic. I am very happy to share the slides with you. I'm going to ask Lucy to upload them into the belovelies.com website. So if you haven't had a look at belovelies.com yet, we can upload them into there. I'll attach them as a file in my team Facebook page. And worst case scenario, ping me a message and I'll send them to you on email. They're probably quite image heavy actually, so you might want to ping me a message and I can email them over to you. And then the recording for tonight will go onto the YouTube channel. Yeah, absolutely. So you can go back through the information and make some notes. I'm glad you found it useful, Tracy. Any other questions last minute? Oh, and the other action point, of course, is after you've booked it, is to order your sample sachets or sort out your samples that you're going to use for cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize. Last tip, just make sure that those who come to the facial have got a little mirror that they can see themselves in, a headband if they need it, and a bowl of warm water, and either muslin cloth or some cotton pads or something. Just think about the extras around the edge that somebody might need to be able to try the products. And then in terms of process, all I did was I just selected an image of a lady, obviously just enjoying products on her face. I created an invitation to customers and I pinged it out. I've got email lists, I've got a WhatsApp broadcast list, and I've got a Facebook page for customers. So I put them out on all of those. And so far, when did I post that? Saturday morning. And at the moment, I've got 7 attendees, including one person who said, would you mind if my daughter joined in? And you know, when you think, why have I not just made it clear, please feel free to bring a friend? So actually 7's fine. I'm happy with that. But I know that if I ping out another message, I'll probably get another 4 or 5. And I don't know if I want another 4 or 5 because 7's quite a nice number, but it's just as easy as that. And the best thing you can do is enjoy the process, do the facial with them, apart from if you've got glasses, just keep it down here, and teach them about organic, celebrate Organic Beauty and Wellbeing Week. So last job, type into the chat as a commitment to yourself. I'm not going to be checking. If you've decided you're going to do one of those during Organic Beauty Week, and partner with the Soil Association, put it into the chat if you're going to do it. Whilst you're all typing, good, you've got those. Yeah, it doesn't have to be Organic Beauty Week, does it? So Hazel has a busy life, lots to juggle. So hers is at some other point in Organic September. That's cool. Good. Lovely to see some of those coming in. And the other thing I did way back in Organic September was I joined the Soil Association. And that way I get information up to date on what they're up to. And it just feels nice for a £5 a month to support what they're doing. So if that is something you think, I want to support this, or this amazing charity who certify our products, then you can obviously do that and go for it. Rachel, I love your honesty. I'm scared, but I'll try. Oh, feel the fear and do it anyway. Everyone always feels a bit nervous about their first one, but if you want some support and backup, I'll be in touch and we can just kind of shore up the nerves a bit, but go for it. You won't regret it. It's really good fun. And you have a lovely soft face at the end of it. What's not to like? Okay, just gone 9:30, so we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Hope you found it helpful. Let me know how the events go. It's always nice to hear the results afterwards. And thank you to all those who've committed to go for it. And remember, you've committed to yourself, so it's got to happen now. Go make that image. All right, sleep well, everybody. See you soon. Take care. Bye.